This is Network 18. And you are watching CNBC TV 18. Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Royal lifestyle increasingly resides at the core of our lives today. And given that, it didn't take much for the sport of kings to be revived in our era.
The royal families have always supported polo. They were the ones who actually brought polo forward. But I think that polo has moved on, and we've had the army and we've had corporates. And as like the world over, if you really want to encourage a sport, then you have to get the corporates involved.
But when the polo ponies thundered across the fields of Persia in the 5th century BC, it was largely a training exercise for elite troops. And today, more than 2000 years later, polo is becoming a globally recognized and loved sport, attracting some serious sponsorship and investment from various segments of the society. And one of the well-known names cheering for the game is Yes Bank.
Corporates sponsoring polo is really required. You know, we always say that polo requires vitamin M, vitamin money. So, I mean, Yes Bank sponsoring this tournament, I think is very good for polo. Sahara has a fielded team for the first time. Jindal Steel and Power Limited has been sponsoring polo for a very long time. So it's good. The more, the merrier. And now more competition is coming up. So it's going to be good for polo.
Hello and welcome. My name is Sonam, here to bring you all the action from Yes Bank's Indian Master Polo Championship 2012 from the capital today. It's the clash of the titans here at the Jaipur Polo Grounds, where one deserving team shall back the most coveted title, which is touted to be the Grand Slam of Indian Polo. So with no further delay, let's take you to all the action on Ground Zero. So which team are you supporting today?
I'm here to play a neutral game and watch whoever entertains more and whoever shows better physical and mental aptitude would have my vote.
I'm supporting my nephew's team, Adiraj's team.
I love both the teams, so I'm not going to let this out. It's like you don't want to tell who you're voting for.
Sahara Warriors going from left to right, Jindal Steel and pass from right to left. This is here, and the ball is being thrown in by the Chief Army staff. The ball is in play. Tom De Bruyne. Tom De Bruyne coming to market. Matt tries to match the ball in it.
Passions were at their peak and skills were unmatched while both teams put their best foot forward. The thrill remained to score the very first point of the match.
The first goal, ladies and gentlemen, for Sahara Warriors to take the lead. 1 minute for Sahara Warriors.
With that, the teams were geared up for a tough fight, one chukker after another.
Angad Kalan now. Angad Kalan back to Naveen Jindal. Naveen Jindal and Samir Chauhan. Samir, backhander, lovely under the tail. On a goal now, this could be the equalizer coming up. Shot is high up in the air, the red flag is up, and Jindal Steel and Power have put one back, ladies and gentlemen. Picked up nicely by Simran Shergill, and it's Simran Shergill now. The chance for Jindal, he's approaching the goal. On the near side now, Max Johnson, Tom De Bruyne for Jindal. Tom De Bruyne being marked by Max, it's in front of goal and Max. Simran Shergill waiting for him, and he releases the ball to nobody in particular. Tom De Bruyne actually coming on to it for the opposing team. Tom De Bruyne. De Bruyne running with it now for Jindal Steel and Power. Tom De Bruyne is looking good. Tom De Bruyne is going towards goal. Tom De Bruyne, the ball passing, he missed it, and it's back by Adiraj Singh. Max Charlton, lovely clearance there from Charlton. Tom De Bruyne, near side backhander, and he misses. Tom Nice smack to Samir. Samir goes over. Adiraj Singh. Simran Shergill. Simran on the near
While the
side.
Sahara Warriors took the initial lead, Jindal Steel and Power showed their mettle by keeping the scores neck to neck.
Attack, but it's now backhander from Akhil Tiroi for Sahara. Tom De Bruyne. De Bruyne, nice play there from Tom De Bruyne. Tom De Bruyne on a fast pony, taps, goes over it with Max Charlton. Lovely near side backhander there for Sahara Warriors from Max Charlton, but it's going to be Simran Shergill. Near side. Now offside, takes the tap. And another one. And another one. Simran is being marked out by Max Charlton. Simran Shergill taps the ball back from De Bruyne. De Bruyne makes the ball up. It's going to be Akhil Tiroi to come onto it first. Akhil Tiroi in defense for Sahara Warriors. Nice little backhander pass to Adiraj Singh. Adiraj goes over and it's backed by De Bruyne. It bounces off a pony. Angad Kalan onto it now for Jindal. Angad Kalan. Angad with a nice little backhander towards De Bruyne, but it's going to be Max Charlton who returns the compliment. Bounces off Jason Dixon's pony, and it's now Samir Sohag. Samir Sohag collects nicely for Sahara Warriors, and it's Samir Sohag, ladies and gentlemen, give them a hand. Excellent polo here this afternoon.
It's time for us to slip into a break, but there's lots more coming up for you from Yes Bank Indian Master Polo Championship on the other side.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
The history of polo in India can be traced back to the medieval period. It was during the reign of Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, the founder of the Mughal dynasty, that polo gained its utmost popularity as a sport called Chaugan. Under the Mughals, the game of polo enjoyed the patronage of kings and nobles and was declared the national sport of India until the end of the 16th century. Emperor Akbar, an outstanding polo player himself, was the first Mughal who introduced certain rules and regulations in the game. However, the eventual decline of the Mughal dynasty impacted the popularity of polo and led to its decline. The modern game of polo was then taken up by the British Army, and India's first polo club, the Calcutta Polo Club, was established in 1863. Post-independence, the Indian Army had been fervently contributing in keeping the game of horsemanship, skill and bravery alive.
Polo is a fantastic sport as far as your qualities which are required as team play, leadership skills, the charisma which is attached to the sport. And it requires a lot of infrastructure to build, not only in terms of the space and the ground, but for the horses, the quality of horses, people who are capable of not only training but also to train others and to play with. So we have taken giant leaps in getting more and more people involved in polo. So this is an ongoing process. We have a large base, we hope to expand it further. And I must say that the association, with the support of the Indian Army, has been able to sustain this sport and also to bring it up to what you see today.
But today, the revival of this game has seen a major increase in the fan club of this game ranging across the cities. Polo, like any other sport, has rules and regulations in place to keep the players safe and understand it better. The sport of polo. A polo team consists of 4 players. It is played on a 300 yards long and a 160 yards wide field. A polo match is divided into time periods called chakkars. Each chakkar lasts 7 minutes. The object of the game is to move the polo ball downfield, hitting the ball through the goal post for a score. Polo teams change directions after each goal in order to compensate for field and wind conditions. The important rules of polo are line of the ball. This is an imaginary line created by the ball which defines rules for players to approach the ball in order to ensure their safety. Riding off. A basic defense maneuver where the player urges his pony to shove an opponent's mount away from the ball, allowing the player to get a clear shot. Hooking. A player's mallet is used to block or interfere with an opponent's swing at the ball. Foul hook. This occurs when a player reaches over or under the pony to hook his opponent.
What do you think about horse polo as a sport?
Well, it's a sport like any other sport. It requires both physical and mental aptitude and training. But of course, the interesting thing is that it combines man and animal, and I think to have a special relationship between human beings and other species, this is perhaps the finest form of that relationship. You need to understand each other. Here we are in a world where we are trying to understand one human being is trying to understand another human being and ought to. This is taking it on a higher level, that one species understands another species, and I think it's a wonderful thing, and trains you in a way that can be useful in many different ways in your dealing with human beings.
I think it is a very interesting sport. I have watched polo in Argentina and in India. Of course, one's got to be very considerate about the horses because they're little ponies and they have a lot of stamina and energy, but it's also a very dangerous sport for them.
The best sport in the world. It's a game of kings and game of kings.
Exhilarating, it's tremendous, and it's so unusual and uncommon to see a match that we look forward to every opportunity we get.
It's time for us to take a short break, but don't go anywhere as we bring you a dose of starry get-together on the other side.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
While both the teams displayed outstanding sportsmanship throughout the match, giving the audience a thrilling day full of hits and misses.
Teams back on, the scores are level again. It's 9 goals apiece in the fifth trucker. Sahara Warriors by 10 goals to 9 in a nail-biting finish. Brilliant display of polo. The Sahara Warriors are 2012 Indian Masters champions. The Sahara Warriors doing a victory lap, the winners of the Yes Bank Indian Masters 2012.
The day ended with the Sahara Warriors emerging as the winners of the Yes Bank Indian Masters Polo 2012 trophy.
The best playing pony belongs to the Sahara team. Rakhi Kapoor and Arkesh presenting the blanket to the best playing pony. Current runners-up, the Jindal Steel and Power team. The captain and forward of the team, Naveen Jindal MP. I once again request all our distinguished guests, the chief guests, Chief of Army Staff, the Union Minister for External Affairs and Dr. Rana Kapoor to jointly hand over the Yes Bank Indian Masters 2012 to Sahara Warriors.
the captain of the winning team, Major Adhiraj Singh, the man behind rewarding polo a huge recognition here in India. Sir, congratulations on a big victory, a big reason for your team to celebrate today. What do you think? How does it feel to be the winners of the Polo Championship today?
On top of the world.
Absolutely.
And this is our first foray, the Sahara Warriors, and we won our first tournament and one of the biggest tournaments of the year, the Indian Masters. It's as big as the Indian Open, and I think that's a fantastic beginning.
Absolutely. Was it a tough match to play, sir?
It was a very tough match, but it's thanks to Samir and Max and my friend here, Akhil, that we managed to win.
Sir, what do you have to say about the match today?
It was a good match. It was a very tough competition. We won our first game by just half a goal. We won our second game in the semi-finals by 1.5 goals. And now today in the finals we lost the tournament by 1 goal. So it's a very well organized tournament. It's a very high level of competition. So we really enjoyed playing this. The Sahara team played very well. And this was their first win for Sahara team. So congratulations to them.
Hi, so did you enjoy the match?
Yes, it was. Both the teams played really well. It was a really exciting polo tournament. So we had a lovely afternoon.
Wonderful. Which team were you supporting?
Actually, you know, it was just exciting watching both the teams play. It was a really exciting match, so not one in particular, but it was
Sahara.
the winners.
The winners, yeah.
A polo match is undoubtedly the best space to find celebrities, royalties, and the best from the world of glitz and glamour. As the teams celebrate their victory, let's find out what our guests have to say about the champions. Hello, ma'am. Was your Sunday well spent today?
I love polo, so that doesn't really apply to me, because wherever there are horses you'll always find me, and wherever there is polo and a great game like this, you can't even say the word well spent. I think that polo enthusiasts today really got what they were looking for.
This is the first edition of the Indian Masters Polo on behalf of the Indian Polo Association, and we couldn't have asked for a better match for a final match. It was a very well contested tournament, and the players and the horses, the teams, they all came out in their best form, and we got a great match to watch.
My father has been in the army. He's played done a lot of riding, and he's played a lot of polo himself. I do polo. I would say after golf is polo for me. Yeah.
What do you think was the standout moment of the day?
That last goal when Sahara was 9-all and they put on the goal on the penalty. It was not a field goal, but it was a penalty goal. In the dying seconds of the last chukker, 10 seconds more to go for the bugle to blow, and Sahara puts in a goal.
You know, I like the way Tom played. I mean, the team, opposite team, and then I think Samir making those penalty shots time and time again. You know, that really turned the game around. I mean,
it was good. We had a tough match. I think the team played really well, and I mean, we lost it in the dying seconds. I think we can say as a team we gave too many fouls. But I think the game was ours. The running game was ours, and the penalties cost us.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.